I think this is a pretty solid list objectively for who are the top artists in this class, and for sure Destroy Lonely's top right now. Summer's also one of the top. I'd say Ken Carson for sure. SoFaygo, he's got a lot to prove, although he's still the top no matter what people say. Like, he's getting a lot of hate, but he's dropping a Deluxe. We'll see what the Deluxe does, or a Plus or whatever. Similar to, like, you know, people are gonna be like, oh, you copied Destroy Lonely with the Ultra Plus shit. So we'll see. But I think if I was him, I'd be like, yo, get the Travis Scott feature real quick. But if he's independent, and this album is gonna be likely again independently distributed, similar to the original Pink Hearts, it's gonna be hard to get the Travis Scott feature. I mean, maybe they can clear it just because he is, I mean, you know, he is signed to Cactus Jack, so maybe it's easy. But I think that would save him, to be honest. But anyway, I mean, you can't deny any of these people. Maybe the more controversial ones are like these three: Glock 40 Spaz, Dom Coolio, Hard Rock, Rich Amiri, K Suave. It's like those 4 slots. But I just wanted to include them to, you know, put on some people if they haven't listened to them, which a lot of the underground already, y'all listen to more artists than me, to be honest. I'm a grown man. I don't have time to do this that much anymore, but so I rely on y'all in the stream. But yeah, Glock 40 Spaz, like, I was sleeping on him at the beginning, but he's hard as fuck, but he's in jail, so sometimes that's why I always say it always catches up to you, bro. Like, all these street rappers, all of them are basically in jail. The people who actually be doing the shit that they rap, it gives you more respect because it's like you're not lying, you're not just cap rap. But is it really worth it? Because yeah, sure, you might get more views in the short term, but in the long term, like, you ain't even allowed to use that money. What are you gonna do? Buy a fucking ho-ho from the vending machine in jail? God damn. Yeat up there. I really want to see what Yeat does in the next year, 2 years. I want to see him do like 100K at some point in his career. I think he'll hit like 50 next album. It would be disastrous if he sold less than 2 Alive, because he already dropped Life and I think it was 32K. So I think that was an EP though, less songs, but way less songs in fact. But it had the Uzi feature on there, so that boosted it up. But if he gets like 50 or 75, he'd be in the same kind of trajectory as Playboi Carti with Self-Titled and then Die Lit. So 100K maybe in the next couple of years. That would be cool, but we'll see, because I know a lot of y'all say that he's trending and whatnot, but I'm just saying, I love to see people succeed. I know a lot of people think I'm a hater. I'm not. Hard Rock and Dom Coolio over Ken Carson. Well, see, here's the thing. Personally, I am listening to Hard Rock and Dom Coolio over Ken Carson's new music right now, but I feel like they're not ready to be up there yet. Like, they're not solidified, whereas Ken Carson kind of is. Like, they're still new in the game, in the underground. I mean, they've been here for a couple years, just kind of like lower, but I'm talking about like buzzing. So it would be disrespectful to Ken Carson to put them over him. You know what I mean? But that's why I put them lower on the list. I put them above some of the other rappers who are technically doing more streams than them, though. And yeah, K Suave album fire, man. Especially the intros and outros with the girls talking to him on like whatever. Like, oh, don't leave, I love you. So I think Decent Don will ever blow up. I mean, he already does decent. Like, I don't think he even needs to blow up. Like, he's still making money, right? And he's doing shows, like, he's living off his craft. I just feel like he doesn't necessarily make like the mainstream pop rap type music. Like, he's more alternative. Like, there's more underground distorted beats and shit, which was hot back when like X and Ski Mask and Pump and Smoke Perp, that was like the South Florida sound, right? So that was big on SoundCloud, and I think he's hit that. But if you want to get to the level of, say, I don't know, like even like Roddy Ricch, or I can't even think of a mainstream rapper, but like, you know what I'm talking about, the shit that's on the radio, if you want to be on that level, like it almost has to be more dumbed down in a way, or like the beats have to be less, what is the word, like intrusive, or less aggressive is the word. Aggressive, you know what I mean? Like that's just how it goes though. The more mainstream you get, the less sauce there is, the less taste there is. But that's why people like it, because it's more malleable, it's more versatile, less complex. Yeah, sure. Like the whole thing about radio hits is that it's just shit that kind of sounds somewhat the same. Like it's just the same songs made in a slightly different way, because they know that that's what people like, you know? Like the radio isn't trying to put you on to, or most stations at least aren't trying to put you on to some like underground shit, because that's gonna turn off like a 30-year-old guy who's just trying to go to work to his Amazon warehouse job. Like he ain't trying to hear no distorted ass beats that are gonna break his fucking subwoofers in his car. Like he ain't trying to pay for a new speaker set. You kidding me? You say this like the underground isn't just Plug and B and Rage. I feel you. I think there's a little bit more to it. I mean, Hard Rock and Dom Corleone Destroy Lonely, like they're on a separate wave that isn't Plug and B or Rage. Summers got a more mainstream sound nowadays, to be honest. He more on glow beats too now. He can do Plug and B, of course, one of the founders of it, but he had some like more mainstream beats in Fallen Raven. Autumn does like legit pop at this point. Jace can sing. He can also rap, like the more mainstream street rap. So I don't know. And then Glock 40 kind of got his own sound too, although it's pretty grungy street rap, but with like this kind of new wave beats. Let's see. K-Swab is like vapor trap, that Spotify likes to call it. Rich and Miri got the internet money, so they know how to make mainstream beats for sure. They're like on every single album nowadays. So yeah, and Cochise has hits. Lucky, basically his own genre, to be honest. Yeat, mainstream at this point. You see his streams. Your Job Will Be Better when there are actually some good underground artists. God damn. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, we got some good artists. It's just that there's only a couple new fresh ones, like Dom Corleone, Hard Rock. Those like the new ones. Glock 40 Spaz, Rollin' Thrax, Southside Silhouette. But other than that, there really ain't new. Like last year and the year before, we had a whole new wave. Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely. Summers hit like a second wave, because remember, he started in like 2018, 2019 to get a buzz. SoFaygo was in this wave. Jace was on like the latter half, but he apparently he had like a little buzz at the beginning too. Autumn, second wave. I just feel like there was more camaraderie in the underground, whereas now it's kind of died down a bit. I'm trying to figure out why. I mean, I truly think it's just because Yeat like took over, and now everyone, not that everyone's trying to replicate it, but it might be discouraging to be like, oh god damn, like he just fucking blew up and we're all sitting here still in Discord I don't know, in group chats and shit. And it was cool to see someone blow up so fast. That's why I love following the Dom Corleone story right now, because he's just going up every single song. Every single song he drops is fire right now. It'll be cool to see what Summers does too. That's why it was so disappointing too with SoFaygo, when like Pink Hearts didn't equate to all the hype that it got throughout the last couple of years. Like that's why everybody was hating, because they were expecting so much, especially after what Yeat did. But Summers, I feel like this next project will be cool to watch. Dom is not like that. Okay, I mean, I still like his music. I don't care. Condone Jay, I'll respond to you since you're trying to be a loser. We all jump from artist to artist that we like, because that's what we do. Like there's new sounds that we think are cool. Like we're not gonna just listen to the same thing over and over. So your statements are just fucking stupid. I don't know, like you probably listen to new artists every year too. So calling anyone a wave hopper is just the stupidest thing ever. Should K-Swab leave Trippie Redd? Nah. The only reason that's going on, like he hasn't blown up yet, is because the 1400 label isn't set up yet. So as soon as that is, then K-Swab probably gonna get like the 10K projects, because that's what Trippy is distributed through. He's probably gonna get the advance and like the marketing from 10K. You know how good they are, successful they are with their artists. So K-Swab will start doing even bigger numbers than he is now once he actually does sign. And Dom is good. Don't let Dia, however you pronounce that shit, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Like, that's why I put on for him too, because I feel like a lot of people are just hating for no reason.